the big things in elections currently is the rise and increased use of AI to create manipulated images, text, video, voice recordings. These are created and they're put online. It could be on social media or different websites. And the threat is that these are fake, usually, but people believe them. So if they think that, say, Trump or Harris are bad candidates, then they're more likely to believe information that confirms that preference. It's a problem, and the problem needs to be dealt with.
We have to focus on understanding the hidden mechanism behind the democratic development. For example, Alexis de Tocqueville, the political science philosopher of 19th century, who studied democracy in America, came to the conclusion that democratic development is inspired by people and this irresistible desire for freedom and equality. And it's kind of providential process. So it's something that God put in us as a humanity.
Whether we're talking about freedom of speech, freedom of religion, freedom of the press, all of our other freedoms follow from living in a democratic society. Those are only going to be guaranteed within a democratic framework.
The U.S. has always been seen as this beacon, that the sort of the gold standard of democratic systems. In the last decade or so, we've seen that trust in the U.S. system among Americans has gone down due to election misinformation. And we've seen candidates who have questioned the system itself, so it's not necessarily small little individual things, but the overall system. And so because of that, we're seeing that other countries that are more fragile democracies, that they're weakening as well, what they're calling democratic backsliding. One of the projects that I'm working on explores people's exposure to election misinformation online. And so we look at Americans and we have data on their online browsing behavior. So we can see what types of websites and news sites they go to get their information about elections. And so what we have done is scrape those websites and use natural language processing to analyze the content there to see how much of it is promoting different claims about, say, election fraud and voter fraud, and how much of it is debunking or correcting these claims. We also have used classification machine learning models to classify different articles into, are they correcting misinformation, are they promoting misinformation, as well as who is promoting it or who is correcting it.
Hopefully we can figure out ways that AI can be helpful and not destructive when people are using it to seek out information, when people are using AI in their everyday lives in ways that might spill over into the political choices that they might make.
Both Lucy and Notre Dame want to solve wicked problems, want to use AI for common good. And this is a great opportunity that with AI we can achieve better future, we can achieve better democracy.